legendary Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. Now, this venue is not known for its country shows, but we are here to catch one of Nashville's best. By way of Iowa, Haley Witters put on a stellar performance.
She's got just enough red Revlon.
Give us the inspiration for this tour bus because it's giving vibes on vibes on vibes.
It was inspired by some of my favorite dive bars, some of my favorite honky tonks. It's our little honky tonk on wheels, as I like to call it. This is my bunk. I got my little color changing lights up here. My guitar, my cowboy hat. This is one of my favorite things. This is my a quilt that my great grandma made for my dad. I got these pinup cowgirl curtains off Etsy and I hand sewed them. This silver tinsel was actually inspired by a dance hall that I actually played with Leon Russell. I got my flying pigs over here. Any sort of little personal touch that makes it feel a little more like home on the road.
I just want to talk about your fashion real quick. Corn is for
lovers.
And we need to talk about this iconic corn skirt, the corn fit. Tell me everything because I need it.
I'm an Iowa girl, so I grew up, literally my house was in the middle of a cornfield. So corn just feels like home. I have been wearing the corn skirt and it's kind of become a thing. Fans expect it now. They're really happy to see the corn skirt. So yeah, and this is actually a new merch shirt.
I'm putting it in my cart, and I feel like you really
Yes.
just need an entire line of corny wear.
I would love it.
I love your style and your fashion. It's like insanely fun.
Oh, good.
And I want to know who you look to for inspiration.
I mean, I always try and channel Dolly. I feel like she never took anything too seriously. It was kind of fun and kind of over the top. To me, what you're going to wear on stage is just kind of about having fun, and I like to be a little extra sometimes. And, you know, most of the time when I'm not on stage, I'm kind of just bumming around in, you know, yoga pants and a t-shirt or something. So I really like to do it up when I'm on stage, when I'm performing.
So I want to get into a few tracks off your album, and I just want to say, off the bat, your lyrics are on point.
Oh,
okay?
Thank you.
I was having some musings about like negativity in the world, thinking about how we can maintain positivity, and I was reminded of your song "Glad to Be Here," which was written by Brent Cobb. I know that was a collaboration that you had together.
Rich dirt growing up tomatoes, past the salt, I can almost taste them.
Tell me a little bit about how you maintain your positivity.
I consider myself a negligent optimist. Like, I'm an optimist to a fault, even when it's probably not smart to be an optimist. I've been through some shit. I'm sure we all have. I always try and look at the bright side. I try and look at the glass half full perspective. And I definitely have my days where I sulk and I sit in it and get some wine or whatever. But overall, I think in the bigger picture, you know, you got to kind of look at, there's a reason for everything. There's a reason these things are happening. Just focus on the good, focus on the positive, and keep going.
That kind of reminds me of 10-Year Town.
Yeah.
And when you said, I didn't come this far to only get this far, I felt that in my spirit and in my soul.
I didn't come this far to only go this far.
The journey is obviously far from over, but now you're at the point that you're at. What's been the most surprising thing of you in this moment right now?
How long it took me to realize that I just needed to be myself. You know, it was like, I've been in town now for 14 years. I think when you've been in a town, any kind of town like that, you know, dreamer town, I guess, like, it's really easy to start looking around and looking at what everyone else is doing and trying to fit that mold. And I feel like I've always been pretty strong-willed and pretty, like, set in who I am and what I do, but remembering to just, like, stay true to myself. And then I guess just seeing how, you know, kind of with releasing the dream, how much that all just kind of validated that thought, you know, and just remembering, you know, in those moments of doubt and insecurity, just be you. No one else can be you. Just do that, bring that to the music.
And that's like what makes you the most relatable and why I feel like so many people gravitate towards your music. And that's, I mean, personally, why I gravitate towards it. I feel like every time I'm listening to one of your songs, it's like I'm sitting around with a group of friends and they're reminding me, you know, to like stay positive, to stay true to myself, to keep going. And it's The Ride is the epitome of that.
Yes.
Because that's my shit. You say, but it's the stars that make the night. It's the low that makes the high. It's the song that makes you cry. It's the road that makes the ride.
It's the road that makes the ride.
Now you're 14 years in Nashville. Tell us a little bit about that journey and now where you are coming out on the other side. How does it feel?
It's been a long road. pun intended, I guess. But I moved there when I was 17 years old. I was so green, I was so naive, and I moved from a very tiny town in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. I had no example, no one to follow, no one to teach me. I moved to Nashville, 9 hours away from home. I didn't know a single soul. So it was very much just jumping off the deep end and learning how to swim, figuring it out on my own. Within the first weekend of being in town, I didn't even have a car. I just walked to Broadway and walked into the bars and asked if I could play a gig, so I just very much had to kind of learn on my own and just navigate that road all these years. And even 10 year, everyone always says Nashville is a 10-year town. Well, even 10 years into Nashville, I was waiting tables again, so it's constantly been highs and lows for me, and just learning to roll with it and how to navigate and move and just find the perseverance to hang in there and keep going.
So, we're in New York City. Are you excited for your set here at Hammerstein Ballroom?
I am. I'm so excited. I went out and busked on the corner earlier this afternoon in a cowboy hat, my corn is for lovers tee. Everyone's in such a dang hurry here. I was like, they need to stop and smell the sweet corn.
Filling my cup. Yeah, it ain't the whiskey, it ain't the wine, though it sure goes good from time to time. With this hollow life, gonna shake it on up. Yeah, that's the stuff.